Choosing your narrative voice is just one way to impact your story. That voice can be a number of things: ironic or introspective, enthusiastic or cold, joyful or haunted. The way you tell your story depends much upon the story you are trying to tell. Do you want to get into your characters' minds or watch them from a distance? Do you want to add your own commentary to the story or stick to what the characters think? You have many options. Let's focus on point of view, though. Third person. A third-person narrative tells the story from a perspective outside of any one particular character. It discusses the events from a slightly removed position. Billy went to the store to get a beer. Some of the decisions involved with the third-person point of view include whether or not the narrator has access to the character's thoughts or merely their actions, and whether or not the narrator has an opinion about the actions happening in the story. Finally, there is the decision of whether or not to follow more than one character. A narrative can be in the third person, but still only focus on the actions of a single character. First person. First person is told from the perspective of a character within the story. Usually the lead character, but sometimes a peripheral character that happens to know most of the events, either through observation, participation, or through someone else telling them what happened. I went to the store to get a beer. It is also possible to have multiple first-person narratives, with the perspective shifting by chapter or by scene from one storyteller to another. Reliable or unreliable. In first-person narratives, the character sees everything from their own point of view. This means that they cannot know what happens unless they observe it or are told it. And the way they observe the story may be pretty close to the facts or skewed by their own perceptions. A story narrated by a pathological liar or a child, for example, may not accurately reflect the reality of what is going on around them. Third-person narrators are usually not unreliable, but it is possible to do this as well. It would depend on if you want the narrator to express opinions that clearly do not reflect the action of the story. What are your needs? Choosing which type of narrator to have can be difficult. You want the narrator that is going to best reflect the needs and goals of your story. A story with 20 different characters, for example, may need a third-person narrator simply because a single character within the story may not be able to observe or even be told all the things that occur. A first-person narrator, however, generally adds a level of immediacy to the story, and the fact that they are seeing what happens from the character's perspective may increase the reader's feeling of connection to the story. Once you choose a voice, though, especially if you are trying to work quickly for a deadline such as NaNoWriMo, you need to stick with your first choice. Changing the narrative voice requires a great deal of editing and can take quite a lot of time. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did. I'd appreciate it.